Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel. In the last lecture, we just covered we just see about the Linux course outline, and we have already covered that the introduction part of the Linux. And today we are going to decide whether which certification path is good for us, and what is the difference between RHCSA and LPIC1. So we will see the difference between them. After that, we will see that what is the Linux and how what is the history of the basic history and how it get evolved with the time, and we will try to understand what is the open source concept and what is the licensing concepts in the Linux. And after that, we will see that what are the different Linux distributions and what are the Linux families. So stay connected. Let me share my screen for more details. Let us understand that what is the difference between Linux Professional Institute certification and RHCSA. We will try to understand the what certification path is good for us. So if you are a beginner, then these both of these certification you can choose for yourself, and the level of these both certifications are the almost same, but RHCSA is slightly harder than LPAC1. So you can choose any of them, either if you are fresh in this field or if you are a Linux professional. And LPIC1 focuses on the Linux concepts and theory. RHCSA focuses on the real-world administration tasks. LPIC is vendor neutral. This means that this is you can choose any Linux distribution if you are going to pass the Linux Special Institute certification. It is not depend on the vendor. But RSCSA, as it is clear by the name, it is the vendor of this is Red Hat, and RSCSA is Red Hat Enterprise focused. Let us see some more details and comparison of that. If you talk about the features of the LPIC and RHCSA, the first feature is the vendor. As we already seen that the LPIC is vendor neutral, that you can work. It means that you can work upon the any Linux distribution, like you can work upon the Ubuntu or CentOS, Oracle Linux, SUSE, any Linux distribution you can work upon. But if you want to pass the RSCSA exam, then you have to stick with the Red Hat Linux operating systems. Exam type of LPIC is MCQs, and RHCSA exam type is hands-on labs. And if we talk about the features of the Linux distributions, then LPIC supports multiple Linux distributions, but RHCSA support the Red Hat Enterprise Linux, RHEL. And if we focus the feature that focuses if you talk about the LPIC, then it focuses on concepts plus commands, and RHCSA is real system administration. And that if you talk about the difficulty, then LPIC is medium and RHCSA is medium hard. Which certification should we choose? So if we choose LPIC, choose LPIC if you want to strong Linux fundamentals. If you want strong Linux fundamentals and you work across multiple Linux distributions, and you want to teach Linux concepts, and you plan to move into DevOps or cloud, then you can go for the Linux Professional Institute certification. And if you are going to choose the RHCSA certification, then you work with the RHEL, CentOS, and Alma Linux. You want enterprise recognition, and if you prefer practical exams, then if you we talk about that you are targeting Red Hat jobs. So for these features, the RHCSA is best for you. Recommended learning path is the good path is to first understand what is the LPIC and slowly move towards the RHCSA. Basically, the concepts and concepts of both of these are almost similar, but difference is only difference is the RCSA is practical is more practical than the LPIC. But the theoretical, if you talk about the theory, then most of the things in the both are the same. And when you have a good understanding of both of these, then you will have the benefits like you have a strong theoretical and practical understanding of this, and you are a good candidate to work in the enterprise level organization. Plus, uh, the third point is the you if you are preparing for the DevOps and system administration careers, then you have to understand both of these. And when you understand both of these, then you will be a good candidate to have a good job in the market. The requirement to learn this course is that you have uh, you have at least one Linux distribution installed on your laptop, so that you can when I will explain the things in my screen, and meanwhile you have if you have a Linux system on your screen, then you can perform all those tasks at the same time. So the theoretical plus the practical part would be the identical. You can perform these both of things at one time. That will save over time. So at least you have one Linux distribution installed on your laptop to understand the details of this course. And same the written in these points. Let us see that install at least one Linux distribution. Basic computer knowledge is enough. Okay, the second point is you understand that if you have a basic understanding of the computer, then you can learn this course. And the third point is practice regularly in a Linux environment. Okay, and let us talk about the Linux families that we will cover in this course. We will work on the Red Hat, and if we find the time, we will also work on the SUSE. And the third family is the Debian family, and we will work upon the Debian Ubuntu as well. So, what is Linux? The Linux overview. Linux is a free and open source operating system kernel. Okay, it is derived from the Unix-like operating system. Linux is a uh, Linux is a community-driven development model. And the fourth point is Linux OS is a combination of the Linux kernel plus GNU tools. Why Linux is popular? What are the advantages that we get from the Linux? Is the primary for the primary advantage, and we can say that the primary thing that make the Linux different from the other operating system is the it is open source and free. Unlike other most of other operating system that we have to purchase the licenses for them, and they do not allow you to modify their operating systems. But the Linux is open to modify. You can change the Linux according to your needs. And second thing is it is totally free. You can do anything with that, and it is more secure and stable. Yes, if you talk about the security of the Linux, then it is uh, if you uh, if you were sitting in the organization, then you know that Linux, how strong the security levels of the Linux are. But if you are new, then you can just and then at this time you can just understand that the Linux is more secure and more stable than other operating systems. And the third thing is the Linux is highly customized, as we talked this earlier, that you can modify anything in the Linux according to your needs. The fourth point is users used in servers, cloud, DevOps, and cybersecurity, plus many more fields as well. And Linux supports enterprise and personal use. Like if you are working in the if you want to run the enterprise level servers, then you can use the Linux Red Hat. Uh, and then if you are using the personal Linux or any Linux distribution personally in your laptop, then you can also do that. Let us understand that what are the Linux distributions. Uh, a Linux distribution, or in short, we can say the Linux distro, is a complete operating system built around the Linux kernel. And the second point is it includes software, tools, package managers, and desktop or server utilities as well. And the most popular Linux distributions are the Debian, Ubuntu, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, Fedora, SUSE, Linux Mint, Kali Linux, and there are hundreds of Linux distributions in the market, but these, the written here, are the most famous among all of them. Open source principles, if we talk about the collaboration, then let me explain these points one by one.